Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. Everybody, hit the like button, hit the share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Salute to Drew Nation, Galactic Family, and the Chosen Vessels. Look, when you don't tell your job, your business outside of work, they're going to see you as a threat because they have nothing they can use or hold against you. They don't have anything to use or hold against you when you don't tell them your personal business. And that's why they get mad at you, because they can't manipulate you when you don't do that. Now you can't hold anything against anybody when you don't know anything about them. They don't know what you do. They don't know where you're at. That's why they will follow you from time to time, because they just want to pick up some dirt on you. They're going to find something to come back to work and talk about you for. And they do that to try to get your attention, because when you go to work, you go to work to work. You don't go to work to compare. You don't go to work to worry about somebody's hair. You don't go to work to worry about who cares. I know that's right. You go to work because you're trying to get paid, and that's it. That's all you going to work for, just because you want to get paid, and that's it. So when you don't tell people your business at these jobs, they're going to be upset. People at work want to know everybody's business. People at work have to know everybody's business. They gotta know. They gotta know his business, her business, their business. They can't keep their nose out of everybody else's business. They have to be informed about what's going on in your life. And that becomes annoying as hell. It becomes annoying. You want to keep your life private. Even if you disclose certain things, your life's still private. Even if you talk about certain things, your life is still private. All right? Besides what you talk about, or besides what you say, things you still got a right to be private. But people are going to be nosy. People, and a lot of you are, a lot of you, you're just regular, normal, upfront people. But when you're upfront and you're an honest, truthful person to the best of your ability, because ain't nobody perfect, and you keep it real, there are going to be people who have to know more. Because how can you be that real? You have to be just as fake as me. Whatever flaw they have or whatever insecurity they have, they're going to try to find it in you, even if they got to spy on you to see if it's there. Even if they got to spy on you to see if it's there. Maybe he turns it on after work. Maybe she turns it on after work. I know she's got it in her. I've got it in me. She's got to have it. She's got to have it. She got to have it too. She got to have this problem too. You've worked on it. You might have had that issue, but you chose to work on it. You might have had that problem, but you worked on it. Only reason somebody might still be dealing with something, it still might be floating around, they still might be having trouble with it, is because they didn't choose to work on it. You're real enough to be honest with yourself and admit what you need work on and what area you need to work in. But not everybody can do that. And when you go to a job and you're working towards becoming problem free, you're working towards becoming financially free, you're not going to be able to say too much. You're going to have to keep a lot to yourself. You're going to have to keep a lot to yourself. People are going to want to pry into your business. They're going to want to know every little thing. And they're going to, some of them are going to try to force you to tell them and intimidate you and try to make you tell them. They love to try to intimidate people. And the reason why they try to intimidate people is because that insecurity, and they a lot of people like to have power over others and dominate them because it's certain areas where they feel small in, and because you are somebody that makes them feel insecure, they have to try to dominate you, right? You make them feel insecure, so they have to try to dominate you. They have to try to have some type of leverage or some type of power over you, but you don't have to give it to them. Don't ever give it to them. And if you have give it to them, you can withdraw it. You can ignore people, and you can be defiant. You can stop being a people pleaser. They may not like that, but that's too bad. Once you start becoming a people pleaser, you're going to have to start becoming defiant. Not in a way to where you get yourself in trouble, but in a way to where people can't use you as a pushover. Because now you're to the point to where you're on the level of them. They have to treat you like they treat each other. They may not like you, right? But they have to treat you like they treat everybody else, even if they don't respect you. They have to act like they do. Because now you're on their level. Yep. No, you shouldn't be crawling where others are walking, especially people that you're better than. Pick yourself up. Pick yourself up. You should not be crawling where others are walking. Pick yourself up. Pick yourself up. Pick yourself up. This is why they want to know so much about you. They want to know things about you that you don't even you didn't even know you would have to talk about or explain, if that makes sense. They want to know what makes you so great. They see things in you and they want answers to them, and you may not even be aware of it yet. That's why a lot of these jobs are so demanding, and they act like they're not doing anything at all, but they will put this overbearing presence of guilt on you. They'll put this overbearing presence of the feeling that you owe them something. They'll try to make you feel like you owe them something, like they're James Brown and it's the big payback. The big payback. You don't owe them anything. How dare them try to create a feeling of animosity for you, a feeling of anxiety for you, a feeling that you don't belong, a feeling that you owe them something because you make them feel insecure, because they feel that you're better than them. You try to just put yourself around people. You try to just be a good person around people and smile and be friendly and all these things. But you have those people that just give you those narcissistic stares. And it's like, you have a problem with me, but you're trying to act like you don't, and I see that. So I'm gonna stay away. But when you choose to stay away, they don't get to play with you like they would like to. They're used to manipulating people. They're used to controlling people. When you don't let them do that, now they have to deal with how they feel about themselves, because they were going to come up off of you. They were going to use you to make themselves feel better. See, when they hired you, they were looking at you and they were sizing you up, and they had it pre-planned in their mind how they were going to treat you and what they were going to use you for, even further than the job position. Oh, I could dump on him. Oh, I can dump on him. I could use him. I'm gonna get supply off him. It didn't go down that way though. As difficult as it may have been for you, you held back and you didn't give them what they wanted. All right, people tried to use you to dump their day on, and they tried to use you to take out their negativity on, and you didn't let that happen. A lot of people will try to use you for like negative conversations because you might be an empath, you're a good listener. um, they'll try to absorb your good energy while telling you their little negative story, and just like waste your time. And they know you're supposed to be doing something else. They know you're enjoying yourself. They know you don't like them like that. So when they come up to you, they're an energy vampire and they're draining you of your energy, and they're aware of this. They're aware that they're stealing from you, right? And they come to you, they steal from you, they talk to you about their problems, right? No solutions at all. You try to give them solutions, they don't even want to hear the solution. So it just becomes them continuously coming to you with a problem. And it's like you try to ignore them because you don't want to hear about somebody's problem every day. And then now they make it a problem for you just to work there. And it's like they do that because they see you feel good, and they don't feel good. So they want to make you feeling good an issue. So because they don't feel good, they're going to try to manipulate how you feel by holding their position over you. And when you don't let them hold their position over you and drain your energy, oh, this is the boss, let me listen to her. This is the manager, let me listen to him. This person been working here for years. Let me just let them dump on me. Whatever they got to say, let me just listen to it. No matter how negative or how damaging it may be. Person may just be destroying you. You just taking it in every day. Wondering why when you can't get home, when you get home, you can't relax. And all you could think about is that job. Because you got energy vampires just eating at you, just blah, 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 blah. You don't even want to hear that. You don't even want to be a part of that. You didn't want to talk to that person. But if you were to put up that boundary, it would make you working there difficult. Or they're trying to create the feeling that if you put up that boundary, they're going to make your job, they're going to make it difficult for you to work there. Put that boundary up. These people are trying to cause you stress, and that stress causes diseases like cancer and all types of other negative problems. Put that boundary up. I don't care if that's the manager. Your job's not to listen to their negative whatever, just so you can feel terrible and they can go off and feel better about themselves. Because trust me, it'll be an energy transfer when people talk to you and steal your energy. It's a transfer. They're leaving you with their little negative issue, and they're going off with what they stole from you, that time, that energy. They're leaving with that. How you were feeling before they came and got right with you, they just left with all that. That's why you feel mad when you get done talking to them and having to deal with them, because it's like, yo, you just took that from me. That was mine. And in some situations, it's like you kind of not have to, but in some situations it's like it is a requirement of certain jobs, because these people are a part of your job. And it's not like you can just go around ignoring your manager. But if the person is being negative on purpose, this is what I'm talking about. Yes, it's draining to have to be around people at work. That's just a job. But we're talking about the people who are straight up demons who are like on a darker, higher level, right? Like they know that they're draining you. People that are just coming to you with negativity for no reason, just repeatedly, like the people who are seeking you out. Oh, hey, you've been avoiding me. Like people you don't really necessarily have to deal with or talk to. And even if it is one of your managers doing this to you, you could still ignore them. And if they make that a problem, you could go to you could handle that too on a higher level. All right. So that because that right there, that's a hostile work environment. And you don't have to put up with that either. But a lot of people try to make certain people feel uncomfortable at jobs and stuff like that. And they may be doing that because they either think they can treat you a certain type of way because you might be cool, laid back, quiet, nothing wrong with that, but they'll just have to see those other sides of you. And that's the thing. You don't have to change. You just have to have other sides of you, because the version of you that you're okay with is not going to be okay for every situation in life that you have to handle. Since there's different situations in life, there has to be different versions of yourself that you have to use in life. Not every not every version of yourself is for every situation. You have to be the wise one. That's why you have to be wise, right? Ask God for a sound mind. You got to be wise enough to use the version of yourself for the specific time that you need to use that person for. That's what that seven doors stuff is about. You got this version of you, or that version of you, or this one, or that spirit, or that spirit. It's just different spirits. So you got to be in the right spirit at the right time. And that's just, that's nothing that you guys don't know. You guys already know that. But a lot of these people want to bring these types of issues to the workplace, don't they? That's how you know you're having spiritual warfare at work. It's not just a everyday issue. Some people go to work, they have problems at work. I don't like him, I don't like her. Some people go to work as spiritual warfare. Some people, you go to work, they're trying to stop you from feeding your family because it's something in you that is destroying them on the inside. They can't stand the sight of you. They want to claw their eyes out. They're gnashing their teeth. Like you can't disregard that. The Bible says we cause these people to gnash their teeth. That's a feeling of discomfort. We cause these people a spiritual sense of discomfort. So when you have people gnashing their teeth and you just trying to go there and get paid, and you think, well, I'm just trying to go to work every day, it's deeper than that. You got these people gnashing their teeth. They're spiritually upset, spiritually displeased with you. And you're not going to be able to work with them because every day they got to gnash their teeth. And when you got multiple people like that in the workplace, that's where you have workplace mobbing. Because they're all coming up against you because they're trying to maintain their teeth. They don't want to gnash their teeth into dust. They're going to end up only being able to eat applesauce. If you was to keep your job, they wouldn't have no teeth left. Yo, he got to go, man. The price of dental insurance going up, man. He got to go. She got to go. So a lot of it is spiritual warfare. They want things to use against you. They want things to hold against you. They want to be able to laugh at you because you can perform better. You can work better. You have a higher level of productivity when you go to work. So the people who work the hardest, they have a lot of issues at the job, especially if they're new. Like people say, don't outshine the master and things like that. But when you're a chosen one, even when you do the least little bit, is going to be noticed. And whether you do a little bit, you do next to nothing, is going to be noticed. or whether you do a whole lot and you end up overdoing it, it's going to be noticed. Because you're never going to be, if you do nothing, it's going to be a problem. You're going to stand out for doing nothing. If you do try to do like if you try to do like in between like everybody else, they're going to look at you and try to put the pressure on you like you're not doing enough. And then when you start to do more, it's going to be like, oh, he thinks he's better, she thinks she's better, and then they're going to try to just make you do every damn thing. And this is why a lot of times you'll like have issues at jobs, because you won't even see it, but these people are putting you through so much. This is why you have to keep going from job to job to job to job. You have a different experience than everybody else, but it's because you're supposed to be a boss, you're supposed to be a CEO, you're supposed to be a owner, a business planner. You're supposed to be doing something big. Like, you're supposed to be doing something really big with your life. This is why you can't fit into with people in small jobs and small organizations, small companies. You're supposed to be in a boardroom. You're not supposed to be in a job. You're supposed to be in a boardroom, in a board meeting somewhere. You're bigger than a job. That's why you can't last long at jobs. Every bit of money you get, you got to hold on to it for dear life. Whatever money you get from your job, you got to hold off on it. You can't get as fly as you want to get until you can buy as much as you can get. All right, you may have to, you may have to buy or roll out in some shoes that people might laugh at, because you're not, you know what I'm saying, you may have to make your money stretch, basically, because you have to plan to be moving around a lot from job to job, and while also creating your own business, creating something for yourself. This is why I always advocate creating your own business. It's always better to make something for yourself. It's always better to do something for yourself. People will have less control over your life. And even when they try to control your life and tell you, oh, you can't work here, oh, you're fired, or oh, blah, blah, blah. If you don't have a fired mindset, if you don't have a laid off mindset, you won't be fired. People who have a fired mindset are fired. You can't fire me because I don't have a fired mindset. I'm always finding something to work on. I'm always finding a way to have some income coming in and developing more streams of income. So it's like you can't stop me if you try. I won't let it. God in me won't let it happen, because I understand how powerful that power is. That power in me is more powerful than somebody having control over my life, telling me if I could work for them or not. So it's good to work. It's also good to be doing things for yourself as well. Do both. Have a job, have a business, have a side hustle, and work on it just as hard as you work at that job. Because you got people that are you like the type of spirit that you have. People are going to want to stab you in the back. It's hard to work around people who want to stab you in the back. If you have anger problems on top of that, it's like you have to work on yourself on top of having to be around people who are immature. It's a lot to deal with, right? And depending on your mindset, everybody's different. Everybody's working with a different mind. Some people can just say, oh, well, you should just do this, or you should just do that. Not everybody's different. Everybody's different. Some people's minds are made up different. God creates us all different. Some people can just work and just do that. Other people have to go about theirs a different way. Other people are meant to go about theirs a different way. Some people may have to suffer for a certain point until they can get to a better place. Everybody's path is different. Everybody's start is different. Everything works different for everybody. You can't go putting yourself in a box because of what you see everybody else doing, especially if you've been trying and things haven't been working out for you. Your story is out there somewhere. You just have to find the people who have a similar story to yours and listen to them and study them and see what they did, see what route they took, what did they have to do. You know they had to believe in themselves. You know they didn't give up on life. They had some type of gift or talent that they used, and they used it. They didn't just sit around with it and let days pass them by. They chose to do something with it, even if they weren't good at it. They worked at it until they got good at it. They didn't let talent or skill hold them back. They said, I'll develop that over time. I'm gonna do this until I get it right. It's worth doing it until I get it right. So when you don't tell, see, this is why they want to know your business. This is why they want to figure you out, because it's more to you than meets the eye. They're Decepticons. You're a transformer. Transformers is more to you than meets the eye. All right, is way more to you than meets the eye. And they want to hold things against you because you make people feel some type of way. All right, you make people feel some type of way. People get insecure and they don't like it. All right, you can read people, you can see through people. Your energy, it sets things off in people. It makes them aware about certain things that they weren't aware of. It makes them have the idea that they should change certain things. All right, you make people want to better themselves. They may not want to be better. Some people are more comfortable being bitter. All right, so it is what it is. People want to know everything about you. We live in a world today where people just want to know everything about you. All right, especially your coworkers. We live in a world today where your coworkers have to know everything about you. If you're not in the toxic cycle of work group friends, if you don't fit in with that, then it's really hard to keep a job. Like that, like it's like people care more about if you fit in than if you work good. It's really what they care about. It's like, does this person fit in? And when you don't fit in with them, they make it hard for you to work there. They make you feel like they make you feel like you got some type of disease or something. You know what I mean? Like they make you feel like you got the teen or something, like in 2021 or whatever. They make you feel like you're some type of germ. It's like, yo, you're like just outcasted. And it's like you're just, all you're doing is you're just going there to work, and you do your work, but they're more focused on you doing your job than them doing their job. So they'll stop, be watching you. Oh, I don't like him, he's weird. They get to talking. That's all they do.